First things first, let's plant some Florian strawberries. So I'm going to use these little compost plugs. They actually grow so quick, it is unreal.
Canoe outfitting.
Look how tiny these little seeds are. So a little update on the things that I planted last time. Looks like the seeds are trying to come out of the soil, but apparently that's how they grow. So we'll give it another week and see what happens. The sunflowers have literally taken off. And Billy's still fixing the canoe in the background. Must have planted 2 in that one, but I didn't notice obviously until the second one started growing. There we go, look, 2 little sunflowers. Now we're going to plant some lavender for the front garden. These seeds are quite tiny too. These ones, it says sprinkle in a seed tray and then cover in soil, but they're so tiny I don't even know how you're supposed to see them when you sprinkled them. So I just put some soil on top and I guess we'll see what happens. Now our front flower bed is pretty drab, so I thought if we added some lavender it might make it a little bit more colourful. The sunflowers have definitely outgrown their little compost plugs, so I'm just repotting them into bigger pots. And hopefully they'll continue to grow. Now we're going to plant some Delican strawberries. I've got an idea that I'm going to use the fence and I'm going to put the strawberries, like plant them in gutters along the fence to see if they can grow that way, and then that'll save space on the ground for other things to grow. Oh, I ran out of water when I put these compost plugs in. These strawberry seeds actually look a little bit different. They were like a different colour and they had like tiny little spots on them. Billy wants to grow some sweet corn. I have absolutely no idea where we're growing it yet, but let's give it a go. I want to grow some pumpkins for Rowan, but I'm not quite sure where they're going. Cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess. If they grow, hopefully they will. This is my first proper year of actually trying to grow, like properly grow things so that we can actually like eat them. Not pumpkins though, that's gross, but like I had a big garden before and I grew things, but we never actually really ate them. But it'll be nice to see, for Rowan to see things like grow and change. And then hopefully, like if we get enough strawberries, we might be able to make jam and things with them. So that'd be quite nice. This is the space we're actually working with. I'm hoping to grow some potatoes, carrots and parsnips in sacks along the side of the house because we don't really have space in the back garden for those. And this is our back garden. That's the fence that I'm hoping to put the guttering on for the strawberries. I have to see if it works. Billy's like finished the gunnels on the canoe now, so he's just adding some mods. He's going to put some airbags in case we capsize again so that the canoe doesn't sink. We had the canoe in the house for a bit so that he could put some glue on to anchor the airbags, and it wouldn't have had time to dry. And this is the rest of the garden. Tidier than it was last week, but still a mess. I also noticed today that the shed is not even on the concrete. As you can see, the grass is pretty much dead here, so I need to do some work on it. I started to rake the old grass with that tiny little gardening fork, but it was breaking my back. We need to prepare it as much as possible for the seed. And then, yeah, I decided to go right over the other side of the garden now rather than just do one half. We went to town and bought a rake because using that tiny fork was breaking my back. But here it is, ready for the grass seed now. I've never seen birds in our garden, but I've got a feeling that over the next couple of weeks or days we might see some, as we're now sprinkling the grass seed. You can see that I've left a little rectangle over the other side. We're going to reposition the shed. So this is all the grass seed down, and I've just put some windmills out, hopefully to deter the birds, but also Rowan likes watching things spin, so hopefully that will entertain him for a bit as well. Sprinkled some soil over so you can just see blobs of soil. Whilst in town, we bought some more seeds. Billy's a really good cook, so I was hoping he would get some herbs and we'd have a little herb garden, and he did today. So I'm just planting some more herbs. I'm planting some rosemary. They have pretty little flowers on when they grow as well, so that makes me happy. The seeds were tiny. Then we've got some thyme. Again, the seeds are tiny. And then some cayenne chilies. Billy seems to love growing chilies. He grew some last year and they're really quite good. And at the end of the weekend, this is what the garden looks like.